Are you planning a destination wedding? One of the first things you have to do in planning your destination wedding is actually pick the destination for your wedding. Hi, I'm Jack with Vacationies. First of all, do me a favor and click to get your notifications and subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every Tuesday. So as I said, one of the first things you have to do is actually pick the destination. So people have asked me, do you have any hints on how to do that? So I think there's a couple things you have to look at. First of all, let's talk about you and how you may pick the destination. So I hear from different people different things. I want to have my wedding in Italy because I've always dreamed of going to Italy and getting married there. Or I want to have my destination wedding at a beach location, but I'm just not sure where. So I'd say the first thing you have to do is you and the bride or the groom, or the bride and groom, both of you, really have to think about where is it you want to get married. Is it Europe? Is it the Caribbean? Is it Mexico? And think about why. You know, some people pick a certain place because it's where they went on their first date, or maybe they did a trip there together and they just want to bring all their family and friends there to reimagine what can happen with everybody together. What I find though is we then have to worry about those other people, your guests. So sometimes when we think about where you, bride, groom, want to go for your destination wedding, we really have to bring the guests in. So let's think about the guests. The first thing we have to think about with the guests is, where are they flying from? So put your list together. I know we've talked about rooming lists, but put a column in your rooming list of all these people you're going to invite and where do they live. So where are they going to fly from? Now what you have to do is realistically think about, okay, I want to get married in Italy, I want to get married in Tahiti, or I want to get married in Riviera Maya, wherever it may be, on a cruise ship, whatever it is. Now think about these people where they're flying from. If the average destination wedding is a 4 or 5 night stay, can those people fly from wherever they are to that destination and spend 5 nights? If the answer is yes, it's probably a good place to put on your list to think about getting married. Now, the next thing we want to think about is, if they can fly there, can they afford to be there? So let's talk about one of my least favorite words, the B word, budget. So when we think about the budget, we really again have to look at these people we're going to invite, and if we invite them, will they come there for my destination wedding? As an example, we've done weddings in Tahiti. Now, everybody felt comfortable that everybody on the list was going to be able to go there for 7 or 8 or 9 days. I don't think so, but this is what people think. So we planned a destination wedding for a couple in Tahiti. We had, as I recall, 60, 80, 90 people. And at the end of the day, I think we had about 20 people. Because again, we did all the homework, but at the end of the day, everybody basically said, look, I can't take a week and a half off of work. It really wasn't about the B word at that point. It was just about whether or not they had the time. So again, I think you really have to put all these things together and say, this is where I want to go, this is where my guests can go, and this is what we all can afford. Now, once you can figure out the specific destination, then within the destination, the next step is looking at resorts. And I've done some videos on that, and I'll do another one on that. But I think at the end of the day, what's really been popular have been beach destination weddings. And again, if you live on the west coast of the United States, we're finding places like Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, Huatulco, places like that have been very popular. Why? Because most people can fly there in 2 or 3 or 1.5 hours and really do a 3, 4, 5 night stay and join you for your destination wedding. Now, from the East Coast, we're based outside of Philadelphia. I find that most of our clients, the top 3 places are going to be Cancun, Riviera Maya, Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, and Jamaica. Why? Again, that people can get there from wherever they live pretty quickly. There's nonstop flights. It's a 3 or 4 hour flight. What I will say is that when we start working with clients that want again, a beach or an island destination wedding, and we're talking about Aruba, Anguilla, or some of these islands that are deeper south, what we find is the further south we go, the more drop off of guests, because again, the cost of the flights gets more expensive. Back to the B word. The other thing is the time parameters of getting there. It may be a triple or double connection to get there. A 2-hour ride if you land and you have to get to a boutique hotel on the other side. Very similar with Costa Rica. So again, I think if you put all those things together, when you're trying to determine where to host your destination wedding, I think it'll come together that you'll find a place that you fall in love with, that will work for your guests in terms of them getting there and spending 4 or 5 days with you, and everybody being able to afford it. What I really get upset about is that we get people, we help them plan a wedding, it's deep in the Caribbean, it's in France, it's wherever, Italy, it's on a cruise ship, and because of all the parameters that we just talked about, they get upset that they invite 60 people and 12 people come. And it's not that those people didn't want to go, it's that A, maybe the budget didn't work, B, they don't have 2 weeks to go to Australia, or 3, when they look at maybe going someplace, it's just more expensive than they can afford. So what I tell people sometimes is that dream location that you've been thinking about for your destination wedding, maybe hold for your honeymoon, or a vow renewal, even though you had a destination wedding. So if you're dreaming of getting married in Siena in Italy or someplace in Bora Bora, have your destination wedding in Mexico, schedule your honeymoon, and you can still do a vow renewal during that trip, just the two of you. Anyway, I hope these tips have been helpful in trying to figure out where to plan your destination wedding as terms of a location, and hopefully you'll have an amazing, amazing destination wedding. Thanks for checking out the video, and I'm Jack with Vacationese.